Hey everybody, how's it going? This is just a welcome announcement just to introduce you to the class. All right, so first things first, hi, my name is James Boffmeyer. Most of y'all have seen me before. I did come to your school probably at the end of last semester, and so yeah, I should be at least somewhat of a familiar face. Um, so right now, you guys, we just started Math 1021 College Algebra for LSUE, and we are just now rocking and rolling. All right, so first things first, you should be receiving, if you haven't already, the access codes from LSUE to get you started into the My Math Lab course. Okay, if you haven't, that's perfectly fine. Um, LSU, or I'm sorry, My Math Lab or Pearson, they give you a free temporary course access, which is good for 2 weeks. Okay, so at least it gets you into the course, it gets you prepared for um, for what's expected of you in this online class. All of the documents, everything pertaining to the course, all the information, is actually posted to your Moodle page. So, excuse me, if you don't have access already, please get access to Moodle, please. All of the documents, all the information, the course ID and everything, even the course syllabus is up on Moodle. So please, 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 please get access to it. So I have the course syllabus pulled up here already, so we're just going to kind of go through a run through, but I would expect you guys to be familiar with the course syllabus whenever you do read it. So just in a nutshell, this is an online course. It uses Pearson's My Math Lab. Um, if you want to have a physical copy of the book, this is actually what the book looks like. Okay, Algebra and Trigonometry by Beecher, Penna, and Bittinger. Okay, if you want to have a physical copy, you're more than welcome to, but you don't need it. All you need is the online access code. Okay, now the course ID. This is actually located on the syllabus. It's highlighted on the very first page. This is what you need to enroll in the course once you have My Math Lab access. Now, the course ID is my last name, Boffenmeyer, all lowercase, 98391. Okay? So, Boffenmeyer 98391. That's the unique course ID to get into this course once you have the My Math Lab access. So, let's see here. Basically, in a nutshell, of course, you guys can read. I understand that. That's no problem. So that's why I'm not going to go through the course syllabus word for word. The biggest question I had was, I always get, is how are my grades calculated, or what do I do for my grades? Well, of course, we got homework assignments. You have homework assignments every week. You're going to be posting to discussion threads, which the rubric for discussion topics is also in the course syllabus. Every week or so, you're also going to have quiz assignments that relate to the homework assignments, but they're designed to get you prepared for the examinations. Now, since it's a college algebra, we're going to cover 5 chapters. We're going to have 5 exams, so 1 exam per chapter. You're also going to have a teaching demonstration. A teaching demonstration is basically, can you explain the topic, can you explain the material to an audience that doesn't necessarily have the same experience that you do? More information for the teaching demonstration will be made available throughout the semester. Generally, the teaching demonstrations will be made available, or they will be published, about a month or so before the course ends. This is so that we can cover at least 75% of the material that we need in the course. And then, of course, last but not least, your final exam. Let's see here. Then overall, your grade, like your final average, will be based out of 1,000 points. Okay, so it's going to be on a point scale. In order to get an A in the course, you need at least 900 earned points. To get a B, 800, C, 700, D, 600. You see the math going on there. And actually, too, all of your grades, all of the grades for the discussion threads, things like that, that will all be posted to your My Math Lab gradebook. And you have access to your My Math Lab gradebook 24/7, and it automatically updates, assuming assuming like when you take an exam, some of the questions I have to actually go in and physically grade them. Some of those questions won't be graded automatically. But 99.9% of the time, your grades will be updated automatically in MyMathLab. But to access your grades, to show your grades even to your parents if you'd like, just open up the MyMathLab gradebook. Okay, you don't have to show grades to your parents if you don't want to. I can understand, but you do have access to all that, so you don't need to ask me what your grade is in class. The assignment policy, since this course is online, we don't have to physically meet anywhere to take the class or do the assignments. As long as you have internet access, as long as you can access the material on a smartphone if you like. But as long as you have internet access somewhere, you can do the assignments. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that an exam is going to be during a school holiday. Okay, by no means. But on the weekends, yes, you're not in school on the weekends. Okay, but you do have internet access on the weekends. So therefore, if you choose to do a homework assignment, you do have the option to do it on the weekends. But all the assignments are due by 11:59 p.m. on that Sunday. Okay, so the due dates are already uploaded to MyMathLab. All right, so they will also be posted to a special document or a separate document on Moodle, just for your reference. You will also receive weekly reminders regarding your upcoming assignments. You can also see upcoming assignments that are due on your course homepage on MyMathLab. So you'll have 3 to 4 different venues or ways to get the information to you. But it's up to you to constantly check that information. Also too, the assignments have a due date. They don't have an open date, meaning they're already open. So you can work as ahead as possible in this course. The only assignments that you cannot work ahead on are the examination. The examinations have a 2 to 3 day window. But you can do the last bit of homework assignments in this class if you want to right now. You can knock out all the homework assignments, all the quiz assignments within the first week. That's the beauty of an online class. Okay, you can essentially work at your own pace. The only thing I ask is that you just complete your assignments by the due dates that are assigned in MyMathLab. Okay, so roughly you'll have, on the average, about 2 homework assignments per week. Okay. The discussion threads. Like I said, I have a rubric on the discussion threads. The discussions will be out of 20 points. They'll be converted to match the grading scale, but they will be converted to a percentage once I'm done. Okay, so a 20 out of 20, that means you did a perfect discussion thread. Great. But the biggest thing with the discussion threads, you got to have at least 2 posts, meaning you have to, 3 posts, apologies. You have to post your answer to the discussion thread, and you have to respond to other students' posts, meaning that you have to carry on their discussion. You can't just say, oh, that's an awesome idea. Yeah, exactly. See, the reply post is supposed to continue the discussion, continue the idea, and see where it goes from there. You can't just say, yes, I agree, or awesome idea, fantastic. That's usually about half of the grade right there if your discussion posts do not continue the idea. So I have the threads up on the thread rubric on the syllabus, so definitely take a look at that when you can. The examinations and quizzes, you have 2 attempts on each exam and each quiz, except the final exam. The final exam, you only have 1 attempt. Your grade for those exams is the best of those 2 attempts. Please, please, please take advantage of those 2 attempts. I beg you, take advantage of those 2 attempts, okay? I can see how many attempts you made, and if you're not happy with your overall grade, I can actually go back and say, well, why didn't you take 2 attempts on your exams? You made a 50 on exam 1, but you didn't take it again. You might have gotten a better grade. But your grade is the best of those two attempts. It's not the average. It's not the last one. It's the best. Um, Makeup assignment policy. Um, Basically, the makeup assignment policy is if circumstances prevent you from accessing the internet, which that's very hard to do nowadays. Everywhere has internet. Um, if you have military leave, most of y'all don't, okay? But if you're in military leave, you have a death in the family, and don't say your grandma passed away 5 times. Trust me, I've had that happen before. All I ask is some documentation. If you leave the country, let me know in advance. Please let me know. I can work with you. Okay? I just need some sort of paperwork. I just need a paper trail. That's all I need. So just let me know. Let your teacher know. But just let us know. That way we're not blindsided. We can prepare for things like this. Communication policy. Email me. I'm happy to help, guys, even if you have a math problem. When you get onto My Math Lab, there's a feature called Ask My Instructor. That shoots the homework problem that you're working on straight to my email. Normally, I can get back with you within a day or two. Okay, 2 days is literally my limit. Okay, because I hate seeing that little red notification on my phone. I hate seeing that. But yeah, 1 to 2 days, I'm pretty good about that. Late work, you can work as far ahead as you want. If you foresee something preventing you from doing your assignment, you have to adjust. This is college. You have to prepare in advance for things like that. Okay, there are certain circumstances which you can't, and I'm understanding about a lot of that. But if you just say, "Oh, I just didn't feel like doing my work," or "I just got overloaded," or something like that, I'm sorry, nothing I can do. But work ahead if you can. Take every advantage of this. Most college professors, most college instructors do not allow students to work ahead. I'm giving y'all that opportunity. Please take advantage of that. Please. If you don't do an assignment, it's a 0. Okay? That's just across the board. That's how colleges work. Technical advice, aka have a reliable internet connection when you do your assignments. If you do have technical issues, okay, which it does happen, I can only do something if I receive notification from Pearson, okay? So if you contact Pearson's customer support, they will email you, send me that email, send me that support ticket, just saying that, hey, the student had connection issues, had server issues, something like that, which prevented them from getting into the course during this time. That does happen. I also receive server updates from Pearson, so I am aware if their server goes down, and I'm understanding of that. Okay. Course content, like I said, we're going to cover 5 chapters in this course. Most of this material, like we've talked about, you've already seen before in previous algebra classes. I know your teachers, they've taught y'all very well. Responsibilities as me as the instructor and you as a student, this is a college class. College is designed to be a little bit more tough than high school, a little bit more demanding. The problems are going to be a little trickier. Okay, they're designed to get you to think outside the box. Now, the problems that you'll see on the exams will be somewhat similar to ones you'll see on the homework assignments. Not the same, somewhat similar. They'll at least use the same concepts that you have been working on the homework assignments. Relatively fast-paced, okay? So, like I said, two homework assignments per week as well as a quiz. Those 2 homework assignments are in different sections, okay? But one section will always build off of one another. I can give y'all the framework. I can give y'all the tools. You have to know how to apply the tools. The expectations, as long as y'all know the prerequisites for this course, basically as long as you can add, subtract, multiply, and divide numbers and polynomials, you're good with fractions. You can read and analyze a word problem. You can do simple or basic linear equations. We can work from there. Okay. Oh, and this is college algebra. Uh, be familiar with factoring and foiling. Um, Foiling, let's say a binomial and a trinomial, or a just in general a polynomial. You might have to foil two polynomials that have four terms in it. It gets a little messy. Okay. Um, Factoring using complete the square, the quadratic formula, um, factoring using the AC method, things like that. Whichever ways y'all are comfortable with factoring or breaking down polynomials and solving quadratic and um, quadratic, cubic, and quartic equations, whichever way y'all are familiar with it, as long as it works, have at it. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much a rundown of the course, guys. Uh, like I said, definitely get access to your Moodle accounts because all of your information will be put on Moodle in documents, okay? As always, guys, let me know if y'all have any questions. I'm happy to help. We do have our first assignment due this Sunday, and it is going to be, let me pull up my calendar real quick. Section 1.1, linear equations. Plotting points, understanding graphs, distance formula, midpoint formula, equations of circles, things like that. Okay, so that's going to be the first assignment that's going to be due this Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So like I said, I urge you guys, please get your MyMathLab account set up quick. If you don't have your access code, the document on MyMathLab that has getting started with MyMathLab, that has the directions to get your temporary access code set up. So please get that squared away. As always, guys, let me know if y'all have any questions. I'm happy to help. Until next time, see you later, alrighty?